Yuck! Yuck! Gorsh! Yuck! Yuck!
I've had a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta open it up with that? What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Sunday Sauce, your grandmother's favorite podcast. What episode is this, Phil?
14?
Can you believe we've been doing this for 14 weeks?
Can you believe we just hit 14K?
It's almost poetic in a way. Dude.
I didn't even have to look at you. I already knew the high five was coming.
Yeah, you just sensed it. Honestly, by this point, this stage in the game, we are just well-seasoned professionals. We are back, episode 14 swag. It's Friday, breaking the fourth wall. We're recording this 2 days early because you know what? We do that now.
Dude, Friday is the day we have to record.
Friday is honestly for the boys.
Saturday recording sessions are stressful.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're stressful, but they're more stressful than a Friday session. I'll give you that.
That's for sure.
Because, when Phil does all the editing for this podcast, I do the editing for this podcast. He gets a little stressed out.
Yep.
And honestly, it's not even editing. It's just, adding the color grade.
Chopping and slapping.
Well, today we're going to have to slap on a picture of a grandmother because we finally remembered to pick out one of the emails that you guys sent in to sundaysaucepodcast@gmail.com. And we are going to do the featured grandmother of the week. And we have somebody, and we're going to do that at the tail end of the podcast.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll be honest with you guys. We really don't have anything in particular we want to cover today. There's going to be one of those free-balling episodes.
I was going to say free balling. You know when you wear boxers and it just dangles like that?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing today.
Well, I got big nuts, so they're always dangling. They're always swinging to the left, to the right, sometimes in the... particularly perfectly in the middle.
Have you ever sat on your own balls?
No, I can't say that I have. I'm not 98 years old. Have you ever sat on your balls?
No.
The only time that can really happen, honestly, is if you're in like a hot tub for a long time and then you come out and they're just a little dangling a little further than usual.
Do you know why your balls hang lower in the heat?
Do you know why?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear the scientific facts.
You didn't know this?
I did not know
Okay,
this.
your body needs to maintain homeostasis, right?
Okay.
Meaning, two separate things, but kind of related.
It's a balance.
The sperm in your ball sack needs to exist at a certain temperature, right? So when it's hot, it goes down, right?
To avoid the heat.
Of the central body.
Oh my God.
And when it needs heat, when it's cold out, it goes nice and tight, high and close to the body, where the central warmth is. And if you stay in a hot tub long enough, or you're outside long enough in the cold, the sperm cells start dying.
Oh, our poor babies. Literally, our poor babies.
Yes.
That is some cool shit, though. The fact that it just can go up and down like a yo-yo.
Yeah, like an elevator.
Yeah, like an elevator, a yo-yo, seesaw, teeter-totter, if you will. Are a seesaw and a teeter-totter the same thing?
I think so.
They are, right?
I went to the city the other week, and they're just in the street now.
Teeter-totters and seesaws?
Yes.
Did you jump on one?
No.
Like, yuck, let me get on.
I'm not a man-child, Vinny.
Honestly, I would go on a swing. I would get on a teeter-totter. I would go on a monkey bar.
A seesaw?
Yes.
All
of the above.
I'm going to Google that.
You know what? Do it. Let's just confirm before we get roasted in the comments. But yeah, speaking of comments, you guys have still been so incredible, so supportive. The fact that we're 14 weeks in, I know we mentioned it earlier, but that's rad as fuck. And you guys remember, at episode 15, next week is the finale of season 1, and then episode 16 is the first episode that we're going to have guests on.
We need to get the equipment to have another guest on.
Yes, we do. We're going to order that probably before Monday. We should honestly just get 2 more mics.
I'm down.
Because in case we have 2 people on, we need another mic. Because that's how mathematics work.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Seesaw and teeter-totter are interchangeable. There you go.
You see that? You see that, ladies and gentlemen? We went to college. We are intelligent. Speaking of college, you're back in classes now. Have you been back in classes since the last episode?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's just ask you anyway. How are classes going?
They're
The
great.
The old grind. Am I right, fam?
Yeah. No, they're not bad. A lot of my classes are things that I'm interested in, like photography.
What is it? Just photography? Is that the name of the class?
Yeah, for non-majors.
You just taking pictures of shit?
Hell yeah. I learned about cameras, aperture, shutter speed, ISO.
ISO. I was going
That's
to bring
it.
that up. Let me tell you something.
It's a sensitivity to
I
light.
never understood any of that shit. When I was in cinematography, when I was in video 1, those type of classes, I would just hope that they were the proper settings because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. My buddy TJ, shout out TJ Games, he is like the camera guy in our friend group. He is an expert. He tells me what I got to do. He tells me where I got to go to get what I got to get. It's fucking phenomenal. You are sipping that coffee quite fast today. Yuck.
I could tell you the differences between the two.
Let's hear it.
And it's kind of like some homework for me. So ISO is the sensitivity of light in the camera, right?
Yes.
So if you're in a dark room, you crank the ISO up and you get more grain, but it's a lighter picture. So ideally, you want to shoot at a low ISO because you control the light so that there's no grain.
Okay.
So right now, we would shoot at a low ISO because we got light on us.
A lot of it.
Yes.
A lot of it. We
A
got
lot of
these artificial lights. Well, these are all kind of artificial.
We got some top lights.
right? Yeah. Top light. There's just lighting everywhere. Honestly, we look great.
It's a cinematographer's fucking wet dream in the studio.
It's a beautiful studio / kitchen / basement / hell yeah.
So then you got a shutter speed, right? And that's
Yes.
the speed at which the shutter opens and closes on the camera. So if you're capturing action and stuff like that, you want a very fast shutter speed.
Yes.
Like 1/500th, which is 1/500th of a second.
I couldn't agree anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So if
Yeah.
you're jumping up and down, you want to shoot at a high shutter speed.
Yeah,
right?
see, I learned all this already in college, but legitimately don't remember any of this. There he goes, another swig.
And then
I'm fucking worried about you, man. You're pounding.
Nah, I'm good, dude. So then you got your aperture.
I'm fucking good, dude. Let's go. I'm ready, baby. Aperture, yes. That's the size of the lens, correct?
Well,
Well, the opening and the
Yes,
closing
yeah,
of the lens.
exactly.
There we go. Okay.
you picture it like your eye. My teacher said iris, right? And I was like, no, that's the colored part of your eye. It's like the pupil that dilates. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it determines
Go
how
ahead,
much
no, go
light
ahead.
to let in.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, and then there's f-stop.
F-stop. That was always what tripped me up. I know that sounds sarcastic. What are you, self-conscious? Take a sip now? I thought you were just like... Yo, one thing, unless you have more to teach us about cameras.
I mean, f-stop is just like...
That's where it stops,
the-
right?
yeah. You get off the stop.
It all stops at F. I've been working out twice a day, Phil.
That's nuts.
And I got to tell you, it's been beautiful. I signed up to another gym. So now, because the other gym is 24 hour.
Come to Equinox.
So, well, Equinox, is that 24 hour?
No.
Okay, that does not help me at all. So here was my dilemma.
Okay.
So I typically sleep pretty late and I'm up till fucking 7 a.m. most
Yes,
nights.
night
just,
owl.
Just night owl, listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, all that fun jazz. So I was like, yo, I want to join a gym that I can work out at night when all of my anxiety is at like its peak. And I've realized something about myself in the last week of doing this. So usually what I do is, or what I've been doing now, is I wake up, I go to the gym, and I'll do my 30 minutes of cardio followed by my strength training. So for example, let's use yesterday as an example. I went and did 30 minutes and then I trained my arms, right? Buys and tries. Beautiful day, by the way. I highly recommend it. It gets the blood flowing. You feel great.
I call that the Guido Pump.
The Guido Pump. Yeah, by the way, I don't know why I keep sniffling. So just bear with me. I'm trying my best to not keep doing it, but it feels kind of nice when I do it. I'm a little stuffy today. Anyway, after that, I come home, I do my streams, I do my recording, get all my work done, eat my food, and then that's typically when I will start laying in bed, and then the thoughts start. Hello,
Yes.
demons. I'm here. Let's chat. Right?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, literally. So I was like, yo, I'm going to join the gym. So then I went back to the gym at the end of the night for an hour of cardio, and I'm able to like perfectly execute all of my thoughts and put them into organized bins, and I feel great. And then I come home and I'm super tired, and then I just crash. It's been fucking awesome.
That's what I've been doing with my night runs. I've been strapping a light to my forehead, right? Got a nice neon pink vest, and I just go out in the middle of the night and I go run a few miles.
You see any like raccoons or coyotes or anything like that?
No raccoons, no coyotes, but it is scary when I got my headphones in and another person decides to walk
Fuck
and come
that.
up behind me or some shit. I'll shit my pants.
I always hate when I'm running outside and then someone's approaching with their dog. I never know what to do. I immediately get like stupid. I'm like, make a left. Just make a left. Because I don't want to, God forbid, step on the dog's foot. Then the dog's uncomfortable. Then the owner's uncomfortable. And then I'm uncomfortable.
God forbid the dog wants to take a bite out of your fucking shoe.
God forbid the dog's got rabies. Now I'm in the ICU.
Did you know that rabies is 100% kill rate if you're not treated within...
Really?
Yeah.
Like guaranteed you're dead.
You cannot... There's no survival unless you get a shot before the symptoms start.
Holy
so
shit.
you have 7 to 14 days once you get hit with rabies to like go to the hospital and get treated. Otherwise, it's irreversible and you die.
I saw a TikTok of a dude petting like I think it was either a possum or I think it was a possum. And the caption was, "This dog looks so weird," and he's petting this thing, and it's like, I'm like, get away from that fucking rodent, dude.
Oh
He's
my
gonna
God.
bite you. You're gonna die.
Yep.
It's crazy. But yeah, it's been really nice. And another thing about going to the gym at like 1 a.m. is that there's nobody there. So it's just me, my thoughts. If I want to hop into my Discord server, talk to the top tier members, I can shoot the shit with them, and I can freely have a conversation because no one's in there. Speaking of rodents, I think I saw a mouse run underneath the treadmill the other day.
That's disgusting.
I kind of just was like, yo, what up, fam? Like, you're also getting your cardio in? That's pretty cool.
Mice and rats don't really... Well, okay. Big difference.
Huge difference. Mice are not that bad.
Yeah,
A
no.
rat is a fucking... Oof.
That's a boss battle.
That is a boss battle. That's some. You hear the Bowser da-na-na-na sound effect when they walk in the room.
Did you see the rat killing the pigeon in New York City?
That came out recently, right?
Yeah,
I think I did see that. Yeah, I saw Joe Rogan talk about it. I didn't see the clip though. I don't think.
Bro, rat. Did I ever tell you about the time I removed the rat from my cousin's basement?
No.
Okay, so
I should know this about
my cousin lives a few towns over, right? And he's like, "Yo, I got this funky smell in my house. It has to be a dead rat, right?" And I'm like, "No, this is. How do you know it's a dead rat? The smell of death, like, there's no mistaking it. Like, when something's dead, you know that something's dead, right?"
Yeah.
So we finally decide that okay, something's dead. Where is it? Now, underneath his house is like the foundation, and there's a small crawl space. So you have to go into the pantry, open up like this small little corridor, and then like, 6'3" trying to fucking go through this crawl space. I got a fucking like a little flashlight. I got my glasses on. I'm like, dude, I don't see a rat. And then, but the smell was there, so we knew that we were onto something.
You had to follow the potency of the odor.
Yeah, yep. And with this woofer, like I knew it was down there. So I'm scanning, right? Like left to right.
Scanning.
Yeah, scanning. And then I see it. It's just this big fucking fat engorged tail just dangling from the fiberglass insulation. You know, like the puffy like cotton candy.
You can't touch that too, because you'll get itchy.
Yeah. So we found the rat, right? Dead. It killed itself by eating the fiberglass insulation and probably bled out.
What a stupid fuck.
But it was just stuck there.
What a dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, okay.
You're going to eat insulation, you stupid idiot.
How the fuck do we get this rat out? Now, we came up with some galaxy brain plays, right? We got like a bucket. We got a plastic bag and lined it within the bucket. And then we got this long ass like pool, like a skimmer for like a pool, like long ass thing, right? So the goal was to get it wasn't a bucket, it was a cardboard box lined almost like a garbage bag, right?
Okay.
So we take the pole and we push it. Mind you, we're in prone position underneath the foundation of the house. We push it underneath the rat, slap the rat out, it falls into the box, and we attached a string to the box and pulled it towards us.
This is some MacGyver shit right here. This is impressive.
So we pulled the fucking dead rat in this box towards us, slapped it open, closed, and then discarded the rat. Yeah.
You know what I would have done? Ma! Where are the salad talons? What are those things called? Not talons. Tongs.
Dude, you couldn't get...
I said talons!
You don't understand.
I would have grabbed him with the tongs, dropped him right in the garbage can.
There was like... how do I say this? You know, like the layers of the earth, right? You got like the stratosphere and shit.
Yes. Igneous rock.
Yeah, towards the core.
I took Earth science. I know that shit.
So the core where the rat was located was exponentially, as you get closer, the smell intensified.
Oh.
So like you couldn't go past a certain point.
It would have just fucked your shit up.
Yeah. I would have passed out.
Oh, damn.
So you couldn't go past like the fucking danger zone.
Well, now the question though becomes...
So you can't tong it.
The question now, you expose of the dead boy.
Right.
Did the dead boy have a family?
No.
And if so, are they mourning right now and then they're going to come out?
You don't know. You never know.
Dude, I feel like once you find one rat, you're fucked. There's definitely a hive somewhere. They're all just like... just chilling somewhere. I can't believe I called them salad.
Hive.
I called it salad talent.
A fucking hive of rats.
We're laughing about
They're not
two different
bees.
things. You're laughing at the hive. I'm laughing at the
salad.
I'm picturing just an eagle with the little salad prongs at the end of its
talons.
feet. Fuck.
Holy shit.
Yeah, if you guys have rats, get that taken care of because they're crazy. They have to keep chewing or they die. That's the problem.
If you fuck with one of them, the whole hive comes at you.
You want to fuck with my brother?
Fucking Master Splinter down there.
Literally. Oh, God. I don't know how we shift from rat stories to this, but I saw a new Netflix show that I wanted to talk to you about. You're legit crying right now.
That was fucking hilarious.
That might have been the highlight moment of the last 14 episodes. That was two dumbass comments just back to back.
Right,
that was beautiful.
What show?
It's called Living with Yourself. Have you ever seen it? Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. It's the guy that it's like two versions of him.
Can I explain?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't want to spoil it, but if you saw the trailer, they talk about this in the trailer, so I can spoil this.
I've seen the trailer.
Right? All right, I'm going to say minor spoilers for Living With Yourself. If you don't want any spoilers at all, don't listen for like the next 3 minutes. You know what I'll do? When the conversation's over, I'll go, okay? When you see that's how you know we're good. So, basically the premise of the show is this guy, Paul Rudd's character, he's super depressed. His relationship with his wife is tanking. They haven't been able to have a baby. He's just really down in the dumps. He's feeling awful. He goes to work and he notices one of his coworkers is just killing it lately. Similar situation that he had. He was really depressed, whatever. All of a sudden, he's getting promotions. He's getting all the great ideas.
Wait, that guy's cloned.
Okay, well, let me go on, Phil.
Okay.
But yeah, he was.
Yes.
Now, let me explain. So, and already you guys are like, fucking clone show, Vinny? Trust me, it's really good. Let me keep explaining. I'm getting excited talking about it because I binged it in one night. 8 episodes done.
You want to clone yourself.
No, well, we could talk about this once we're done with the premise of the show. I want to get your thoughts. So the guy says to him, yo, man, like I went to this spa and I went there. And when I left, I felt incredible. I'm not angry anymore. I'm not self-loathing. I'm killing it. Everyone wants to be my friend. Things are great. So he gives him the card to the spa and he goes to the spa. Long story short, when he wakes up, he's buried underground in a plastic bag. And he rips open the bag and he's like, oh, what the fuck? So he runs home. It takes him like 6 hours to get home on foot. And when he gets home, a clone of him is in his house with his wife. So now he's like, what the fuck is going on right now? I went to the spa. I woke up. Now you're here. You look just like me. You're in my house. The clone thinks he's him. Because what happens is what they do at the spa is when they knock you out, they're supposed to kill you. And they put all your memories into the clone. So you wake up as the clone and your first memory is you came to the spa.
Right.
So now you're the cloned better version, but you think you're the person because you have all the memories. So he didn't die. So now there's this situation where there's two of the same person and they have one life, obviously. So now all these shenanigans ensue. And it's just so interesting seeing like the embodiment literally of the best qualities of you. And now you have to compete with that person. Because now the wife starts falling for the new guy at work. He's killing it. And then when the other guy shows up to work, they're like, what's wrong with you? Why are you not peppy and killing it right now? And it was just, dude, it was first of all, it was hilarious. The ending is kind of like, I don't know how I feel about the ending yet. I have to think about it more. By the way, there we go. I'm not going to talk about the actual plot anymore, but like, it makes you wonder, you know, if we eventually will be able to clone ourselves. Because we can clone animals now, you know? As far as like memory transfer, I obviously don't know about anything about the science of that and shit, but you know, first of all, I don't think I would ever in my life want to be cloned. Just based on what was happening in the show, it's scary because you always people are self-conscious about themselves when it's only just you. Can you imagine if there was another Phil that Phil literally uploaded a video like every week, was fucking shredded to the gills, just killing it, got all the ladies, like, and you'd be like, what the fuck, man? Like, I have to compete with literally me, you know? It's crazy.
That's an interesting point.
It got me, like, all fucked up. I was like, damn, I would not want a clone of me.
So, I've had a conversation with one of my best friends recently, Matt, right? And I was saying, sometimes I like to live life as if there's a version of myself out there that is doing everything to, like, the maximum capacity, right? And I kind of live my life. Like, have you ever played Mario Kart? You know, like the ghost trials where, like, you have to beat your past time? Yeah. It's like that, right? So there's a version of Phil that wakes up at 6 a.m., fucking runs 5 miles, cooks a 9-course breakfast, goes to class, straight A's, comes home, streams, podcast, fucking YouTube off the charts. Like, that is me. Or there's a version of myself that's doing that, and I have to compete against that. So it's like the same principle.
The really interesting thing that I took away from the show that literally spoke to me was literally the fact that this clone that was the best version of Paul Rudd, the original Paul Rudd could have been that guy. He just didn't choose to do the stuff that would like put him out of his comfort zone.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So like you can literally look at the show and you could watch it and you could be like, you know what? I can be that cloned best version. I just have to, you know, wake up earlier, go to bed earlier, get more shit done. Like the clone is always like slouched and like this, and the original is always like slouched and depressed. Yeah. The clone is upbeat. He's always on the spin bike, getting shredded.
He's got that BDE.
Yeah, it's BDE.
Big dick energy.
Big dick energy. I was thinking best day ever for some reason. He's got that best day ever. Yeah, but yeah, it just shows you that like, you know, a lot of the days we just kind of sulk in our feels, and there's nothing wrong with that because we all have those moments for sure, some more than others, but you know, it makes you realize like, yo, if I just fucking say no more, no mas, and I just fucking grind right now, mas. I could put myself in a position to hopefully get better more so than just like, you know, oh, today was kind of a shitty day. Yeah. But again, like, it's understandable that you're gonna have those days. But the show really did. It spoke to me, and it was 8 episodes long. I watched it in one night, 4.5 hours, just banged it all out.
There's a lot of science behind like your emotions following your physiology. So if you're slouching, obviously you're more conducive to being like a bad mood. But it follows the physiology. So if you're like, your shoulders are back and you're nice and tall, your emotions are gonna follow that. So it's like,
I feel that.
Small thing,
It's also like a confidence thing. Like if you just
that's what I'm
propped
saying.
up, walk into a room, neck all extended like a giraffe. What's up? How's it going?
You don't turn your neck anymore. You turn your whole body.
Yeah, literally. It was really, really. It made me think about scenarios like that. Like, what if we went to the Nest one night and there was a literal version of me there that was just like talking to everybody, making the best out of every scenario.
You do that anyway.
I mean, thank you, man. But like, I could do it better. It's just, it's cool. It was a cool hypothetical what if. The fucked up thing though is like, one day we could probably clone an entire human to again be that best version of us.
That's weird.
It's very weird.
I think we have to like upload our consciousness first, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what we've talked about that in previous episodes as well. That you could like eventually, Joe Rogan has talked about this with experts, that apparently you'll be able to upload your personality and your consciousness to like an artificial body and essentially just live forever.
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all. It just messes with everything that we know. And changing anything is scary. I literally added a new member tier today, and I was stressing about that. Like, anytime there's something new that you do that's not the norm and not something that you're comfortable with, it's gonna shake things up, for sure.
I bet. Speaking of like classes and like out of your comfort zone and shit, I'm taking that stand-up comedy class.
Oh, you took it?
You're
taking it? Yeah, that's awesome. Good shit.
Every time, like, I have to go up and like, say some jokes, I'm so fucking nervous.
Oh,
but
I
then
know.
At the end, I'm like,
yeah, you feel good about it.
I can do anything.
I remember I went up there one time and one of the exercises, my teacher Kelly at the time, shout out Kelly, there was just like a board with all these topics, and she was like, all right, Vinny, you're going to talk about restaurants. And I would just be like, fuck, okay. And I just woke up and I'd be like, restaurants. I just would start thinking,
right?
Why the fuck does it take forever to get my goddamn water refilled? Like, just start thinking about random shit, just making observational thoughts. And then from there, then you start coming up with jokes. Like, yo, if I fucking have to wait for another refill this water, I'm going to throw it at the waiter next time. Like, just dumb shit that you start rattling off.
Fucking legs.
And then you come up with like actual funny bits that way, and you write it down, and you grow the set over time. Who's teaching that for you right now? Do you know? Is it a guy or a girl?
Girl. It's not the same one.
Not the same one? Okay, got you. But yeah, dude, that was a funny class. I remember I got an email where, because the show that you're going to do in the city at the end for the final, you invite all your friends and family, and then they let other people in too. But I remember we got an email after the show, and she was like, yeah, everything was a success. We almost had to fucking stop letting people in because Vinny and all of his mobster cousins started walking in. Shout out to Tony,
Cousin
Jimmy,
Nunzio.
and Sal.
Luigi showed up with his 4 stepkids.
Dude, it was so fun because literally the entire crowd, like the whole East Wing, was all my cousins because everyone
Italians.
came. It was absolutely hysterical, dude. That was a great class.
I plan on inviting a bunch of people.
Well, I'll fucking be there for
Bro,
sure.
imagine all the fucking fallopian tubes show up. It's just like 2,000 strong in the
Let's go. We should do a Sunday Sauce meetup in the city one night for like the older crowd, and we'll just all go out and get shit faced.
Bro.
I'm so down for this. You have no idea. I want to do a Canto Kids meetup for the longest time by like the tree and during December and like the Nintendo World and stuff. The problem is it's just cold as shit. That was like a burp and a hiccup at once. That was fucking frightening. Crazy.
I think my lungs are collapsing.
Sorry to laugh, but wait, why?
Every time I fucking go, like I've been doing for the past like week, these night runs, since it's cold out, like I have cold urticaria too, which means I'm
fuck
like,
is that?
I'm allergic to the extreme cold. So it's a combination of that. This kid learns something new every day.
The hell?
Yeah,
what is it called?
So there's heat urticaria and cold urticaria, and you're literally allergic to.
So what happens? You just like get itchy and shit?
If it's like extreme, I'll break out in hives.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird.
So you could never live in like Alaska.
Probably not.
Damn. It really limits.
That goes out the window.
That really limits your travel choices, huh? You can't go to any snowy places. North Pole, you could scratch that
I mean, I
off the
can.
list.
I just have to be properly insulated and shit.
Bundled up to the nine.
I have to be snugged all the time.
I love being snug. Pillows, a lot of pillows and a lot of blankets. If you're a one blanket, one pillow type of person, you could fuck off. I'll be honest with you. Get out of here.
Yeah. So then there's heat urticaria, which you're allergic to the extreme heat. So I think when I'm running, right, my mouth is open. You got the cold wind coming in. we're asthmatic, so the lungs are all out of whack no matter what.
Facts.
Combined with the cold air, the crisp air, it's like fucking dentine ice in my goddamn lungs.
I love dentine ice, dude. It's so good.
So now I just have this eternal black lung.
I noticed the other day I slept with my fan on, like a really high setting. It was like, not just the, it was like, fucking crazy cold air hitting me. I woke up and I was like, why do I have an asthma issue right now? And then I turned off the fan and went back to bed for a little bit. When I woke up, I was fine, but it was like the cold air hitting my face somehow must have fucked up.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, it was weird. Very, very weird.
We need a doctor on this podcast that we can just be like, yo, check that.
Yeah.
Explain that.
There's probably so much debris coming from outside that fucking fan. I literally can't sleep without it, though. I love that fucking fan.
I love
the
sleeping
white
with
noise
fans.
option is amazing. Just that. It's nice.
It's really nice. I bought the same fan.
Oh, yeah, you did. That's
After
right.
I slept in your bed, I was like...
It's cozy. Let me tell you, we have slumber parties too,
Yeah, we
guys.
do.
All right? We haven't done that in a long time, though.
No, we
I
haven't.
wanted to bring up, I mentioned to Phil, I think it was yesterday, I was like, yo, can we please go out this weekend? And Phil was like, absolutely not. Do you want to talk about specifically what we discussed, or you want to leave that?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's hear it. So I was like, yo, Phil, let's go out. Let's get some drinks. And Phil approached me with this perspective.
Listen. Ever since I turned 21, I've been drinking a lot, right?
Okay.
And, alcohol's good in moderation. You can have some really fun times. And I do enjoy drinking with the boys.
You like a cocktail every now and
Oh,
then.
I love cocktails.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but recently, when you're in like a slump, I genuinely don't think it's a good idea to
agree.
just get drunk
I agree.
for the sake of getting drunk.
I agree.
And the amount of money that it's just like, it's a lose.
It's a storm it's a recipe, if you will, for
disaster.
Yes.
Alcohol by nature is a depressant, and now I'm not depressed. I'm not clinically depressed. Do I have depressive moods sometimes? Possibly. Everyone does. However,
Of course.
when you throw alcohol into that, it exacerbates your feelings, your moods, your emotions, and then, sometimes I don't want to be a sad boy all the time.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's very roller coaster-esque when you're drinking, if you are going through some lull times, because when you're out with everybody and you're drinking, you feel amazing and you're fucking killing it and you're in that state of euphoria that I've mentioned to you about. And then the next day, when you wake up and you're hungover and you're lazy and you don't really get a lot done that day, and then you're like, fuck, like, why did I even go out? And then you start thinking about something that you said 2 weeks ago that's bothering you. You're like, why did I say that? Yeah. And then your friend's like, yo, you want to do something? You're like, no, I'm hungover. And then you're just in a bigger rut. So I get it.
Plus, I have a big video that I have to film tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I got to be on tip-top shape.
I go through periods where I do think, in my opinion, at least for me, the one day out a week is perfect. Because I go out the one night a week, I'm with my friends, we're having drinks, whatever. Even if it's like a chill night or it's like a fucking let's rage night, typically one time a week, I'm good. The thing that fucks me up mentally is like if friends want to go out Friday and then somehow they get me out Saturday, 2 nights in a row. Sunday, I'm
Sunday doesn't
literally,
exist.
I am the biggest piece of shit on Sunday. I'm just like.
But you know what happens on Sunday?
The podcast.
Sauce is served.
The sauce is served, baby. Let's go. By the way, I would just like to say a round of applause for our fucking consistency. Because I know, I don't know about you, but at least with my fans, they were like, oh, we can't wait till you quit after episode 7, Vinny. Yuck, gorge.
Yeah, we're going to be 75 and this podcast still going to be rolling.
100%. By the way, there are a lot of you guys that tell your friends and your family about this podcast, and we appreciate you. I know there are so many of my top tier members that are like, yo, I told the office about you guys. I got like 43 people watching. I'm like, yo, thank you. We appreciate that. It's awesome. And to all the Spotify listeners and Apple Podcasts and Google, you guys are dope too. I want to make sure I show them love every episode as well. Because I know there's a lot of people that listen to podcasts more so than even watching because they're on their commute to work or they're just doing whatever, and they just would rather listen than see. And a lot of you guys DM us, which we really appreciate. Seriously, I know we don't get back to everybody. We try to hit up as many people as possible, but dude, when I'm just chilling there, laying in bed, and the first thing I see is like, yo, you and Phil have helped so much with blah 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 XYZ. It's the greatest feeling in the world, and it adds value, a lot of value to what we're doing every week. So it's been a win-win, man. I don't have any complaints.
No complaints.
I feel like this has broadened our friendship to a sense of like what we talk about, because like we do get into some topics that we wouldn't just normally discuss when we're just like chilling regularly. Like think about when we go out with our friends, we don't cover we don't cover, hey, how am I gonna feel mentally tomorrow after this shot? You know what I'm saying? Like we don't talk about that type of stuff. And the mental health conversation I love that we talk about that stuff. I do. Because like I think it is really dope that, you know, not to show off your vulnerability, but to at least show that it is there, and we're all vulnerable in some way, shape, or form. And if people look up to us and they listen to us and they say, "Oh shit, Vinny and Phil feel down sometimes," it's completely normal, which it is.
Question.
Answer, hopefully.
In the Netflix show,
Yes.
is that top tier clone? Does he show vulnerability?
In what way?
Is he vulnerable?
See, I can't really get into it without spoiling. I would say,
Or do things just roll off him?
well, here's the thing.
Like cut through?
He initially, it seems like nothing can faze him. But then this certain circumstance happens that he can't get what he wants.
Oof.
And then for the first time, like, for him, he's like, how do I deal with this, you know? And even when he snaps, because he does snap at one particular point, he comes right back and he's like, I'm sorry. Like, he realizes I shouldn't have snapped like that. But it's so interesting, dude, because he has all these memories. He has all these memories, and it's not him. He was just born. He was just created. So it's like he remembers all the stuff that he did with his wife, but it's not really his wife.
That's weird.
Like,
That's trippy.
And that made me think, like, can you imagine all these relationships that you have in your personal life if all of a sudden you were told that that's not you that had those relationships and you're just a created being, and that person is the one that technically gets that like, it's like, whoa, like, what?
Yep.
Like, I have to deal with that now? So it's a shitty situation for both of them at first. And dude, I'm telling you, I can't recommend it enough. It was fucking sick. Have you watched anything new recently that you want to talk about?
Yes, dude, The Gentleman. I went to the movies the other night.
The Gentleman. You go to the movies a lot. Yeah. I never even realized that about
The
you.
Gentleman was so fucking good.
The Gentleman. I literally haven't seen one promotional piece for this, a trailer, nothing.
It's with Matthew McConaughey,
Okay.
Colin Farrell,
Okay. Yeah, I definitely have not heard of this.
the guy from Sons of Anarchy,
No clue who you're talking about. Never seen that show.
Jax on Sons of Anarchy.
Shout out Jack. It's my boy. Jax. Shout out Jax. Yuck.
I'll tell you the guy's name right now.
Tell me that and then give me a premise of the show. Brief blurb. If you got to look up a synopsis. The movie.
Charlie Hunnam.
Yes.
Okay, so Matthew McConaughey's character is like a poor boy growing up, right? And he becomes a weed dealer at Oxford University in England.
Okay.
And he gets really good at it, kind of like Heisenberg level.
Oh,
and
shit.
just has this huge weed empire in England, right?
Okay.
And these rival gangs catch wind that he's like retiring and want a piece of his company or want the infrastructure that he put in place so that they can have all this money too. And it's just like gangs going after gangs.
Got you. So it's like a gang war type of...
Pretty much.
Interesting.
But there's another layer to it where like he's not a detective, but he's a guy that's blackmailing someone who's involved in it and wants money out of it. And it's just like, it's like a game of chess.
So fucking hard to describe something that you're so excited about that you just saw without spoiling. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, the show with Paul Rudd's been out for a while now, so I feel like there's a lot of people that do know exactly what I'm talking about and referencing. That's why I'm glad I did do that little like minor spoiler warning just in case I... spoiler alert. Yeah, just in case I... Because that's the worst thing in the world, man, when something new comes out and then you get spoiled by it. So I'm glad we gave the proper precautions that, you know, I'm going to be talking about this now and, you know, you might hear something that you might give something away. Because I went into that show completely blind. Besides, I saw the trailer, so I knew there was a clone involved. But when you start to piece together what's happening, you're like what the fuck? My brother and my dad woke up from work. I ran upstairs. I was like, I got a new show. They're like, go to sleep. What's wrong with you? Fucking crazy.
I feel like not watching trailers is like the way to go.
I am with you. I'm completely with you on that. The problem with me is, though, when I'm passionate about something, for example, like the Marvel movies, when Endgame was putting out trailers, I saw every clip, trailer, interview. Like, I wanted to know as much as possible just because I couldn't wait for that to come out. By the way, I don't think I ever told you this. So when Endgame ended last year, there's this guy on Instagram, shout out Kickstradamus, okay? He works with Jake Paul a lot, like making custom shoes and stuff. The guy's so talented. He came out with an Iron Man shoe for Endgame that says, I love you 3000. It's the Iron Man colors. It's a Jordan shoe. Dude, it's the coolest shit ever. And he put them on his Instagram and Robert Downey Jr. reposted and all this shit. So I hit him up. I was like, yo, are you selling these? He's like, yeah. So long story short, they get shipped out next week. They're done.
You bought them?
I bought a pair of these custom Iron Man fucking Jordans, dude. They are sick. I'm gonna when we get them in, I hopefully will get them in by not next week, but the next week after that. I'll put them like on display in the background so you guys can check them out.
I just hate Iron Man.
I don't understand. Sorry again about the sniffle. I don't understand why you hate Iron Man, bro. I don't get it.
One of our teachers that we both had, who I'm talking about, who you've been combative with in the past, right?
Oh God.
Was roasting superhero
Yeah,
movies.
she hates them. She hates them so much. Yeah. I used to get so... You know what's going to happen in every superhero...
She's got a point. She's got a point. The formula... The formula is already written. It's predictable. You know what's going to happen.
I mean, you don't know everything that's going to happen, though. And I would argue that a lot of the character arcs are just great. I don't think you can dispute that.
I can.
I mean, they're relatable. They're fantastic. I mean, look at Spider-Man. You gotta like Spider-Man.
I don't like Spider-Man.
Dude, he's just a regular nerdy kid.
The only Spider-Man I like is when he got like the taste of venom and he was walking down the street and he was like
that's the one you like of all of them? People hate that movie. That's Spider-Man 3.
Just because it's funny.
Those movies made so much fucking money. I just think Spider-Man's the coolest story because it's like nerdy kid gets these powers and he decides to do the right thing because his uncle gets murdered. Like it's a really dope and believable story.
I'll tell you
that I like.
Some superheroes I do like.
Okay.
X-Man, Wolverine.
Okay. Now, why is Wolverine great, but Iron Man isn't? Let's hear this one.
Because he's not a pussy.
Iron Man is literally not a pussy.
Yes,
but
he is. Biggest pussy I've ever seen in my life.
Does a pussy sacrifice himself for the entire universe?
Yes.
Phil, no. Absolutely not. You just want to call him a pussy, and it's pissing me off.
I don't dig the whole, I'm a genius, I'm a playboy philanthropist, billionaire, Gwyneth Paltrow's my wife.
I love Gwyneth Paltrow. Did we talk about on the podcast how she's selling a candle with her vagina scent?
I told you that.
You did tell me, but I don't think we've talked about it on here. So let's fucking dive in.
Okay, wait.
Would you buy that fucking candle? Because I'll be honest with you, I probably would.
One of my favorite YouTubers did buy that candle.
Does it smell good?
He said no, it does not smell good.
So why are they selling it? It needs to smell good.
Do you know how much it is, too?
$300?
75.
Is it really?
Fucking candle.
Jesus.
He said it had like earthy undertones.
See, I'll be honest. If I was in like a Hallmark store and we went to the little like, candle section, Daddy, what are they called? Yankee candles?
Yes.
Daddy Yankee candles?
Danky doodle.
Wake up today, buddy. Wake up, buddy. If I saw Gwyneth Paltrow vagina, I would be inclined to smell. I think anybody would. Like, you'd be curious, what the fuck? You're telling me you'd walk by that candle and you'd say, I'm good.
Nah, I'd smell it.
That's what I'm saying.
I might lick it, too.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'll take 3 of these. $75 candles.
$2.25.
I can just picture you lighting each one of them like, it's like basking in the ambiance.
Like, why can't I make a fucking scrotum candle?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm just wondering if I would even be able to sell that. My ball sack? I don't know, dog. I mean, right out of the shower, maybe, but after a couple streams and a workout, you don't want to buy that candle.
You got that vinegar scrot.
That candle might smell like the dead rat you guys found at your fucking cousin's house. Let me tell you something.
So anyway, there's a commentator, YouTuber, Penguin Zero, AKA Critical, AKA Moist Critical, AKA Charlie.
You have penguins on your socks today.
Do I?
Yeah.
I do have penguins on my socks.
Look at your socks. I saw them upstairs.
He bought the candle.
Okay.
Because he was roasting Goop. Do you know what Goop is?
No.
Gwyneth Paltrow's holistic line of like home goods / Goop feminine products. Like, yeah, I don't know.
All right.
But she's getting blasted / torn apart by like major news articles and like actual doctors because she's promoting pseudoscience. Like, she has these fucking weird ass products that claim to do certain things that they just don't.
Okay.
Like, I could bring up a list of bullshit.
Gotcha. But
it's just like overpriced pseudoscience that's playing into like this like,
weird territory.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not real. Like, there's no scientific evidence. So it's either she's batshit crazy or she knows what she's doing and is profiting. So she's a con woman.
Damn.
There's no in between.
Maybe she knows something that we don't. Maybe she has a breakthrough. And again, I don't know anything about this, so I really shouldn't be commenting until Phil explains it to me in more detail, but I'm willing to give Gwyneth the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not.
Of course you're not, you cynical
fucking
prick.
Psycho.
This fucking guy.
Bro, she is.
All right, this is the Goop?
This is goop.com.
Okay. Oh, it's spelled G-O-O-P. All right, I thought it was
like
G-O-U-P. Goop. Goop. So what can I buy from Goop to be a better person?
Okay, for example,
Give me something. Give me something on the list here, my guy.
Goop Beauty Glow Kit, right? Let's see what we get here.
I will be glowing more if I buy this Goop kit.
Okay, so it was originally marked at $215.
Woo, Gwyneth!
Marked.
What are we doing here?
Marked down to $185. Right?
Oh, well, that's a great deal. I might as well buy it right now. Let me grab my card. Shit.
Okay, so
Fuck.
you get with this our secret for healthy glowing skin. 2 little like things of like cream, right?
Okay.
For $185 fucking dollars.
Does she come and apply it to my face personally? What the fuck?
Do you want to see what you get for $185?
Yo, it looks like a little thing of hair gel. But now, what does it do exactly? Like, does it just say like you'll feel more vibrant?
Okay.
You will be better.
Goop Glow Microderm Instant Glow Exfoliator, holy shit, that's a mouthful, is a
Fuck
dual-action microderm abrasion exfoliator that delivers the benefits of both physical and chemical exfoliation, instantly polishing away roughness, smoothing uneven texture. And a lot of assholes in the comments are like, oh, Phil, looks like you need that.
You should get some Goop, Phil.
Maybe I fucking will. I'll do a Goop review.
Honestly, listen, I'm like I said, I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's not knock it till we try it. Order the fucking Goop. Try it and see if you feel good after you Goop it up.
Yeah.
Is that their slogan? Goop it up, Goop it down? Goop it all the way around?
You could buy these pants for $700.
So basically, this is high-end Goop. I feel it, man. I'm all about it. We just plugged her Goop for like 20 minutes.
So
This is great.
she came out with a Netflix show.
What was it called?
Goop.
Hell yeah, baby!
And it's getting murdered. Like,
oh, really?
People fucking hate because
I
she's
like
promoting
her.
bullshit.
I like Pepper Potts.
Fucking.
Yeah, I believe in people, Phil.
There's no winning with you.
Listen, I believe in the good that people have brought to the earth, and you are a cynical person. Okay?
Okay, here we got a list. The craziest Goop products.
Okay, let's hear it. This guy's on his game with his research today. Shit!
Holy.
Fuck!
You got a mustard bath?
Is it actual
Holy
mustard?
Shit, what is this advertisement coming
Have
up?
you ever put mustard on your tuna fish?
I don't eat tuna fish unless it's raw.
So like a sushi type of thing, like a
Yeah,
raw
I'll eat-
tuna.
Yeah.
But you won't eat like tuna from a can.
No.
I love tuna from a can. It's literally one of my favorite things.
I imagine it smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy.
Goop, 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 squeep, beep, beep.
Okay, so we got a mustard bath,
Okay.
a sex pillow for $95,
Okay.
vampire repellent protection mist for $27.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm looking at it.
Vampire repellent?
Yes.
So wait, so people
Psychic vampire repellent protection mist.
So wait, again, not judging, want to make that clear. So people buy this with the hopes that it will actually repel a vampire.
Yes.
All right. That's very interesting. What are your takes on that?
So I'm not even gonna go into that.
No, please take the floor.
A $150 vibrator necklace.
That's pretty tight.
Look at that. Hey, I'd get
That's
that.
cool, dude.
That's a tactical
Actually,
vibrator.
the sex expert that was on Impulsive had one of those. It was really cool because you can just take it off at any point and just diddle yourself.
I'd imagine it's not that sanitary.
That's a good point. You're sticking that up your yeah, Hey, listen, I'm sure you clean it before you wear it as
Okay.
a neck
Do you see
medallion.
guys walking around with fucking fleshlights attached to their neck?
No, but listen, to each his own. If you want to go for
I'm gonna
it.
make a fleshlight necklace.
Honestly, you should start selling that on your Teespring
That's a
store.
fact.
That'd be fucking great. See, you have your glasses hanging there. Imagine if there was just a big ass dildo
That's a fact.
hanging
dude.
from your neck.
You're right.
I mean, listen, I'm an open-minded individual.
Yep.
And I'm trying to expand your horizons. Yeah, I want you to know, PETA, our boy PETA, shout out PETA. He texted me, he goes, "Are we going out tonight?" I was like, listen, I'm down. I have to get done. After this podcast, I have to do my YouTube stream and my Twitch stream.
You're not going out tonight, buddy.
I mean, listen, let's say this, right?
You'll go to the nest, get 2 drinks, come home, fall asleep.
Well, let's say this. Right now, breaking the fourth wall, it's 10:27 p.m. You understand?
I understand.
Okay, check this out. If we end the podcast at 11 and I stream from 12 to 1, that's going to be a little problem. That's a poopy scoopy. I'm not going to make it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Figure it out. I love planning my night during the podcast recordings.
Yeah.
So much fun to do.
Now I can't get off this fucking Goop page.
They locked you in.
Yeah.
That's it. Your cookies are all fucked up. They locked you in, Chief.
Literally.
Honestly, I think we should buy these products and keep them on the podcast. This was a historic day.
Literally.
It really was. So what are your plans for the rest of the night after this? You just going home and chilling?
Going home, making sure everything's charged for tomorrow, hitting the ground running, and filming a video.
Believe it or not, making sure everything is charged is a really big deal, especially with the podcast production.
There's a lot of things to keep track.
Because if you get here and the camera's dead, how are we filming this?
I don't know.
By the way, we were talking about vlogs before the podcast started, and I was talking to my buddy TJ, who's the camera expert that I was mentioning, and I was like, "Yo, I wanna bring back the vlogs with like a bang. Should I get that A7 II Mark, whatever the fuck?" And TJ was like, "Bro, what you have right now is literally perfect." Yeah. So I is it stupid to buy the same camera?
Yes.
It is, right? Just take it off the fucking tripod.
Yes.
I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? I don't know. It bothers me. It bothers me not having like specific things delegated to specific things. Because I'm going to be thinking like, well, what if I'm out vlogging and I fucking nick the camera and I hit it on something, and then when we use the camera for the podcast, I know that it's there.
You're psycho.
I'm fucking crazy, dude. I'm literally a crazy individual.
Yep.
My OCD is really annoying, I'll be honest with you. You know, it do be like
How do you get over that? You just buy a new camera?
No, I say to myself, you know what? Use the same fucking camera, and if you do get a little scratch on it, stop being a bitch.
Yeah. It's a tool that you use, you know?
Yes.
Things take durability damage.
It's like when we were in the caveman days, and they would use a rock to eat their cereal. This is a tool.
Exactly.
It's exactly like that.
Yeah.
I haven't been to school in a long time. Is it showing? Is it showing, Phil?
It's showing when you side with Goop and Gwyneth Paltrow.
I'm not siding with Goop and Gwyneth. I'm simply saying, let's give her the benefit of the doubt.
No.
Why?
Because she's scamming people.
Listen, we don't know that.
You do know that.
We don't. Listen.
Chief doctors are coming out saying there's no evidence.
We are in a capitalistic society. If she wants to sell her face cream for $1,000, let her fucking sell it for $1,000. You don't have to buy it.
Here's the issue.
All right?
Here's the issue.
Let's hear it.
Big companies like Netflix are producing a television show for her fucking company, Goop. So now everyone on Netflix that isn't educated goes, "Oh, Goop is good, let me go buy Goop." And then Gwyneth Paltrow's pseudoscience fucking comes through the woodworks and now is dominating our society. And when things are not backed up by scientific evidence and are not proven, it's fucking bullshit. Suck my dick, Goop.
All hail Gwyneth.
It's like fucking plankton,
All
bro.
hail Gwyneth.
She's starting a cult.
Hey, all I know is if you come to record the podcast next week and I have a vibrator hanging from my necklace from Goop, I don't want to hear shit.
Okay.
I want you to be like, "Yo, that's pretty rad, Vinny."
Okay.
Oh my God, he's still on this. All right, let's hear it.
So someone said in an interview, how could Netflix give a platform to an organization and person so globally recognized for promoting misleading, exploitative, and harmful wellness woo? Yeah, you have to say. He's correct.
Listen, if he is correct and it is harmful, then this is obviously not a good thing. I'm simply saying I don't have enough information.
She's also anti-vax.
Listen, man, if you want to shit on Gwyneth for the rest of the podcast, you do you. But when she's a guest on here and I say, "Listen, I'm sorry for his behaviors," I want the same energy. I want you to look at her and say, "Fuck Goop."
I will, and I'll say, "Fuck Iron Man."
Fuck you. I'll be the first to defend my boy.
Me or Gwyneth, pick.
Well, fuck Phil. Obviously you're my boy. But you were Iron Man? Bye! Welcome back to Sunday Songs featuring me and Robert Downey Jr., everybody! Woo. He's gonna be the new host, my guy. Shit'll be lit.
You see the internet flip-flop between Johnny Depp and his girlfriend?
No.
Okay, so...
I am out of the loop on
this is a little controversial, but basically, Johnny Depp was labeled as an abuser in his relationship with his girlfriend.
Okay.
Because she said that he beat her, right? Audio recordings came out from a relationship therapist meeting where she admits beating him and punching him, and that he's maintaining his cool this entire time, and the only proof that the people have is that he beat her is her word, and everyone just jumped sides and back to Johnny Depp, and it's like they were witch hunting him basically. Oof. And it turned out that he's basically he's free, he didn't beat her.
Jesus Christ, man.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. I honestly don't really have much to add to that. It's just a crazy story.
I know, it's crazy.
That's wild.
Did you hear about well, this is just like a little thing. But in Logan Paul's vlogs recently, he talks about, you know how people are saying that he's copying David Dobrik's vlogs?
Oh yeah, I know you're gonna say how he adds laugh tracks.
Bro,
apparently,
do you think he does?
I don't know. I don't watch enough of David Dobrik, but for those of you that want context, who was it? Tanner? That kid Tanner?
Tanner Fox.
Yeah, Tanner was like, yeah, I found out that David Dobrik adds laugh tracks of his friends to his vlogs to make things seem funnier, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then Logan played on the fact that they do that, and they kept adding laugh tracks.
It makes sense.
It was funny, but like, I don't know. I mean, like I said earlier, we were joking around about the whole Gwyneth thing. But like, I really do like to give people benefit of the doubt. Listen, if he does it, he does it. If he doesn't do it, I don't want to just assume that he does because it's one kid.
I don't even think that it's like cheating or anything. It's like his style of making videos.
It's not like a scummy thing to do. He's just making, he's just adding a laugh track essentially. You know, it is a little weird because it seems like they're laughing, but they're not. But like, it's not like a morally wrong thing to do. It's just like interesting that he might do that.
He uses the same face for every thumbnail. No, it's the same picture.
Yeah.
It's funny how every single video is the same length. Every single thumbnail has the exact same face. And if the laugh track is there, it's like, how much of this fucking thing is the same thing, just slightly different?
Well, David is just on top of the world right now, man. I would love to have a conversation with that dude because
getting him on the podcast.
That'd be sick. He takes the formula for the vlog and it's all highlight clips. Every fucking clip. And when it's all highlights and it's 5 minutes long, I don't know if you notice this too, it seems like it's a long vlog.
Yeah.
But you're literally sitting there for 5 minutes of your time. And Logan started doing between like 5 and 10 minute vlogs now, and I gotta say, I'm really enjoying them. I do prefer longer vlogs, but that's just me.
I don't.
See, like I like the style of like not everything has to, when I'm watching it, not for my own stuff, but like when I'm doing my own stuff, I like to make it as, you know, highlight funny as possible. But like I kind of like the sometimes low key, like just two people.
What up, guys?
Two people in a supermarket. It's like, yeah, last night we were streaming and this happened. You just kind of talk about your life. I think there's a place for both. I think for right now and just growth in general, that fast-paced shit is the key. But both styles are really cool. You know what's coming out soon I'm really excited about while we were on the topic of movies? The Sonic the Hedgehog movie's coming out soon. And Jim Carrey, I've been watching a bunch of interviews. He seems like he seems like he's in the best mental state that he's been in a long time. And I fucking love Jim Carrey. And I'm really excited to see what he does with Dr. Robotnik. He's playing the villain. Eggman. And apparently, the way he's talking, I think if this movie does financially well, there is room for a sequel. Because he said if we come back and do another one, like multiple times. Bro. And he said he had a lot of fun. He said the whole thing was pretty much like unscripted. He's like, I'd be surprised if any lines from the script even make it to the final cut of the movie, which is great. Because you know Jim Carrey knows how to make people laugh.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You know what I used to have a hard-on for?
Who?
Shadow.
He's the Black Sonic, right?
Yep.
He's so cool.
He's so fucking
cool.
his
voice was played by the voice of Goku.
No way.
Yeah. Same guy, Sean Schemmel. In some of the video games. I don't remember exactly which.
Bro, you can't tell me this guy's not a fucking badass. Look at that fucking guy.
Yeah, Shadow is cool as fuck. Is he a villain or is he an anti-hero?
He's an anti-hero.
Okay, so he's a pretty cool guy, right?
I think so.
Doesn't he have the ability to like go Super Saiyan or some shit? Or Sonic does that. He can go gold for a split time and then
That's Sonic.
He's invincible in that form, right? Dude, I gotta get more into the Sonic lore. I really do.
And there's Knuckles.
Knuckles is cool. He flies with... Oh, no. Knuckles is red.
Yep.
Tails is yellow. He flies with his two tails. Dude, I remember the game. The train is leaving soon.
One of my favorite games ever was Sonic Heroes. Holy shit.
That came out relatively recently.
Sonic Heroes. No, it was GameCube.
Oh, it was GameCube. The one I was talking about was on the Sega, I'm pretty sure. The Dreamcast.
Yep.
And I forgot the name of it, but I could never beat that game. And you'd run around like the grasslands. That was pretty cool.
Do you know what type of animal Knuckles is?
He's not a hedgehog.
Nope.
Fox.
Echidna.
Echidna?
Yep.
What in the shit?
Look at that.
Oh, you had that pulled up already. Oh. He's like a porcupine!
Yeah.
Yo, he's cute as shit.
That's why he's got the spiky hair.
Oh, that's cool. You kind of give off Knuckles energy, I'll be honest with you.
Give me that shadow energy.
Yeah, shadow energy. Can I be Knuckles then?
You can be Knuckles.
Okay.
Who's Tails?
Wilda. Shout out to our friend Wilda. She could be Tails.
No, what's the pink one? Sonic's.
I don't even know. Type in Pink Sonic.
I want to say Misty.
No, her name's definitely not Misty. Laura.
It's not Laura.
I'm just making that up.
Amy.
Amy, what you gonna
Who's
do?
Sonic?
Who is Sonic? What do you mean?
In like our group, our circle.
I don't know.
I feel like you would be Sonic.
Would I be Sonic?
Yeah.
Maybe PETA.
Christopher has to be Sonic.
Guys, our friend Chris, I think he's going through a crisis. I'll be honest with you. I gotta ask him what's going on. He's always building something.
The kid is so productive.
It's either that he just loves doing it. He loves doing it, or he's just using it as a psychological crutch. It's one or the other. And I know Chris listens to this. So Chris, which one is it? All right, Shauna, let us know. But yeah, he's building some. Actually, I don't even want to talk about what he's building because it's always like a surprise for his girlfriend. I don't want to spoil it on the podcast. Ever. He's adorable. He's fucking adorable. But yeah, he like always is building shit. It's crazy.
Building something. He's
always at work.
PRs.
Yeah.
He's saving the day.
Just his bench is going up 30 pounds a week.
It's just constant progress.
Honestly, I aspire to be like him.
He has to be on the podcast so we can understand.
100%. I can't wait till you guys meet. It's fucking incredible.
Then we have to have an episode with Kim too.
Shout out Kim, his girlfriend. Oh, that'd be amazing. I'm telling you right now, the one thing that I am excited about guests, because people keep asking me like, which guests are coming on? I don't know why that's the voice I used for you guys, but I'm gonna roll with it. A lot of our guests are gonna be just like people in our personal lives, like literally having my boy Peter on here. We're just gonna kick back shots and shoot the shit. It's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. And that's literally 2 weeks away.
We need the other Vinny in here too.
Oh, 100%. Vinny's a fucking nut. Yo, the second I get him on this podcast, I'm gonna
need Lamosic in here.
I'm literally gonna go, hey, Vin, fuck Ohio State. You're like, yeah, you want to say that again? He gets so mad when you bring up Ohio State.
I've never seen a kid so passionate for his school.
Oh, it's amazing. He bleeds Ohio State.
I don't understand.
Listen, man. Yo, after they lost in whatever the fuck the championship is called, or leading up to
Super Bowl?
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is.
Hey, Ohio State lost the Super Bowl.
Whatever it is, I brought up Ohio State. He legitimately was like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Dude, I don't understand.
By the way, I literally have picked wrong on this podcast every fucking week. The 49ers lost the Super Bowl. The Chiefs won.
Their name sucks balls.
The 49ers? I don't know why you don't like the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm the 49. I play for the 49ers. Yeah, I'm a number. I'm an obscure random number that, some significant year. I'm the 49ers.
I'm an obscure random number. Fuck you, Phil. But yeah, the Chiefs won, and the Niners were winning too, and then they shit the bed at the end, man.
I watched it.
And then I heard from watching Undisputed, shout out to Skip and Shannon. Would love to have you guys on the podcast.
The fuck is
one day.
Undisputed?
It's a sports show where they talk about stuff. Apparently after, before they even knew if they were going to win or lose, obviously before the game, they hired Lil Wayne to perform a private concert for the entire team, win or lose, and they paid in full. So then it came out that they lost the Super Bowl, and that night Lil Wayne's performing an entire concert, and they're all getting shit-faced. And it's like, yo, you just lost the biggest game of
well, like, it's still kind of hype.
It's like, the argument is, the one argument is, yo, you just lost, the biggest game of your life. You shouldn't want to get drunk and party right now. There's nothing to celebrate. You lost.
And then still made it to the Super Bowl.
And then the other side is like, well, we had a great season. We already paid Lil Wayne. Let's party, you know? But, like, I'll be honest with you, I don't handle losing very well. I don't think I'd be able to go out and get hammered after losing this fucking Super Bowl if I was that... Okay, let's use a sleep block, for example. After a sleep block, if it was just a train wreck and I got bodied... And, I put all this work in and I just lost. Am I going to want to go to the nest and get drunk? No, I'm going to be like, yo, I'm going to bed, fam.
Anderson Gibb, right? Or in the Jake Paul saga, the boxing, the YouTuber boxing.
He definitely got drunk after that fight.
Oh, bro, the kid he's thriving right now.
Yeah, he's killing it.
If you accept the loss and just keep going, like, there's no fault.
I think one of the dopest things to do in life is when you lose, when you get knocked down, you don't make excuses, you don't beat around the bush, you just say, yo, I lost, I can do better next time, and I'll apply myself GG to the other person.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that, especially...
GGWP.
Especially in Smash Bros. Like, when I lose, I'm a prick, but I try my best. I'm going to be in a Smash tournament in 2 weeks. You better root for me.
What if I pull up just, like, out of the woodworks? Like,
please do.
You should. Motherfuckers.
You should still come. You could still come.
Bro, my Captain Falcon is... fucking insane.
Why don't you come?
When is it?
It's the 27th through whatever the rest of that week is. It's from a Wednesday to you could come down just for that
What day is the tournament?
I don't know. I think it's a Saturday. I would think it's a Saturday.
All right.
I am ready. Oh, yo, I am going to demolish everybody.
Bowser?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe I'll throw a Kirby in there, fuck up everybody's minds. Ooh. Yeah,
That motherfucker gives the best blowjobs ever seen.
Oh, let me tell you, he swallows you whole. But yo, ladies and gentlemen, this week we finally remembered, okay? I'm going to put this on the screen now. Plop. And let me write down the timestamp super duper quick. This is going to be 58. Fuck it, I'll remember later. Look at this lovely individual right here and the grandmother. And I want to read the blurb that came in. This is our featured grandma of the week, which we're going to start doing every week. So send your submissions to sundaysaucepodcast@gmail.com.
This is the best thing ever.
This is amazing. This is from Davi Deli. My boy wrote a blurb right here. I couldn't find a solo image of my great-grandma, so here we go. Great-grandma Joan is in the pink, raised me after my parents divorced. She always was and still is there whenever I need someone to listen to or to give me advice. She's a constant source of inspiration for me, which makes me feel like I can achieve anything. I mean, great Grandma Joan, make some noise. I want to see love for Great Grandma Joan in the comments of this video, because this is the beautiful thing about this segment.
Let's hear it.
People can take their grandmothers and say, look at all the love for you. And there's going to be 200 comments. There better be 200 comments for this beautiful individual.
Joan Hype
up in the chat. And shout out to Dov. And seriously, man, I think this is just, I love this idea because it's
wholesome.
It's so amazing to just respect the generation that just gave everything for us, man.
The women especially.
The women especially, putting the families on their backs. Get that Joan hype! Yes! Yes!
I love the New Balances.
Oh, yo,
Looking fresh as
rocking
fuck!
those beautiful shoes. Let's
Oh!
go. By the way, congrats on graduation. I'm not sure if this is college or high school, but my boy, congratulations. You're looking like a stud. And yeah, this is just awesome, dude. I love this. And we will read whatever blurb you guys send in for the record, so let us know. And what a great episode.
Fantastic.
Anything else you want to cover before I fucking wrap this up and scurry into my office to do a stream?
Say hello to your other grandmothers for me.
And send us the submissions to sundaysaucepodcast@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Hit that like button, subscribe, listen, view, watch. Thank you. And with that being said, we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace!
Rigatone, pasta Waluigi.